Let's cross over to Parliament buildings, where Kennedy Mwinzi is this morning, talking about the fate of Mwende Mwinzi, who was appointed for an assignment to South Korea, and there's been a hitch or a push and pull between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or the government and the Parliament as well as regards that. Mwinzi, what can you tell us about that this morning?
Well, the latest, Edmond, is the fact that at this particular time, the Committee on Implementation, that is the committee that is tasked with making sure that all House resolutions are followed to the letter, is currently meeting at this particular time in a meeting here at the Protection House, which is part of the Parliament Square. And at this particular time, they're discussing that matter extensively. And what they are aiming to find out is why, until this time, they do not have an official word from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on the citizenship status of Mwende Mwinzi, who last week moved to court to quash this, asking that Parliament does not have the powers to actually tell her to renounce her citizenship, which is by birth. And she sought to understand what that actually means. And she also wants to understand why Parliament conditionally approved her. But what we do understand from the meeting, which is closed door as of this time, is that the committee members are trying to see how else do they move forward, as they have been discussing this matter for the whole of last week. The committee chairperson, that is Moitalelo Lekenta, spoke to us last week, and they said it does not matter that Mwende Mwinzi has moved to court, but what they do understand is that Parliament has already spoken on this matter, and they are not reneging on it. So what they do expect is that the Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary must become before their committee and tell them on the status, because they say that they approved her conditionally, they followed the law, and the only thing that they do expect to hear from Mwende Mwinzi or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is that she's renounced her American citizenship before taking up the South Korea assignment. So what we've also known as of now is that there is a probability that Monica Juma, that is the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs, may not be coming to this particular committee meeting, as we do understand that she is already in the United States for a meeting that also President Uhuru Kenyatta will be expected to attend. So this meeting is already in a limbo. What we also do understand, Nyabola, and also those who are watching us, is that there's a probability that this committee will be writing a report on the status on what they have found out on whether the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been able to reach out to them, and that report may be tabled in Parliament this afternoon or tomorrow. Remember last week but one, when this matter was being discussed in Parliament, is that there was a feeling from all parliamentarians that Parliament has already spoken, and what they do expect from Mwende Mwinzi is her renunciation of the American citizenship, because it will not even, what they are saying is that it will not even morally look right that our ambassador, a representative of the president in a different country, is having the title Your Excellency and still has dual citizenship. So this is a matter that they've been discussing, including going all the way to the Speaker of the National Assembly, who has also discussed this matter, and they were able to instruct the legal department of Parliament to go to court and be enjoined in this case that was filed by Mwende Mwinzi, where they are saying that Parliament has already spoken on this, they have followed the law, and all the laws that appertain to a public officer are the same laws that appertain to a state officer. So there is no way that they can be taking up she can be taking up an assignment while she is a citizenship of another country. We are waiting to see whether this meeting, the chairperson is going to talk to us, because we do know that after this matter is dispensed with, the matter on Mwende Mwinzi, they will be delving into another matter where they've also called the EACC. So whether the chairperson is going to talk to us or whether they will allow us into the committee to see whether there is somebody else from the Foreign Affairs Ministry who is going to come, it is a matter that we can only wait. But as of now, we do know that there is no official word on whether Mwende Mwinzi has been able to renounce her citizenship or she will renounce it, as we also do understand that that case may be coming up for hearing in court today. There has been talk on this matter, Nyabola, and everybody is asking, why is she so keen on having this job? But you'll also realize it's a three-year contract that is renewable if the other president, or if the president will still be in power, decides to keep you on. But the question is, what if she does that? What if she renounces her citizenship? What happens next? Why is the president not appointing somebody else Why? And these are some of the questions that have been coming up. But right now, we do know what is the decision that Parliament will take and what will precipitate, or what will be the next step when it comes to the executive, that is the president, who is the appointing authority. Monica Juma, when she appeared before this committee, was very cagey and said that she is not the appointing authority. For her, she knows that Mwende Mwinzi passed all the rigorous interviews and all the expectations, and she has the know-how on what to do when it comes to being an ambassador. But there is only that matter of citizenship that binds her. It's a new matter that has not been dealt with in Kenya, but we will be waiting for this committee and Parliament as a whole to speak on it, and then we'll be able to know what will be next. As of now, we can only wait. Nyabola.